Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of SCTV3. I'm Candace Tibbetts.
And I'm Alex Thomas. Here are tonight's top stories. On Tuesday afternoon, the city of Boston came together to remember the awful tragedy of 1 year ago. Tuesday marked the one-year anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombings, which claimed the lives of 3 people in the crowd and injured many. The ceremonies took place at the finish line of the marathon and at the Heinz Convention Center in Boston, Mass. Vice President Joe Biden attended the services and spoke to the assembled crowd. This Monday, a number of people will run the marathon. It'll be the second largest field in marathon history, only behind the 1996 Centennial event.
On an international level, tragedy struck in South Korea as a ferry carrying hundreds of high school students sunk off the coast of South Korea. 179 of the passengers were rescued, but unfortunately 25 have been pronounced dead, and 276 are still missing, many of which were high school students on a field trip. Officials believe that many of the missing could still be alive in the ship, as air pockets could have formed in parts of the ship. Rescue efforts are ongoing despite terrible weather conditions, according to CNN. We wish for the best, and our thoughts and prayers are with those harmed.
Well, this past week, graduating seniors had a chance to display their art at the William Blizzard Gallery here on campus. The exhibit featured paintings, drawings, digital imagery, and many other examples of art that reflected how much SC's digital arts, studio art, art therapy, and art education majors had learned throughout their advanced education. The event concludes here on campus on April 24th.
Next week, the famed Stayuka Week hits campus as students enjoy great events like Taste of SC, the Oatmeal Pass, Late Night Bingo, and the Grease Pole. It all concludes on Saturday with the annual spring concert featuring 21 Pilots. It promises to be an exciting week that lives up to the hype. Barry Ubois looks into that student hype with a Stayuka preview.
Stayuka, is also known as Spring Week, is a fun time for Springfield College students as they get to participate in many activities outdoors, such as the Oatmeal Pass, the Grease Pole Climb, the Cheesehead Challenge, and the Feed Your Friend Challenge, as well as Taste of SC. This also is a time for students to get together and just have a good time and enjoy hanging out with their friends. I was able to catch up with several students as they shared their thoughts on the week and why they enjoyed the week so much.
We've prepared fairly well for this year's festivities, and being on board has been monumental to making our next steps going forward. And for that, it's been a tremendous honor to be a part of that, and I think that everybody will be pleased with all the events that we've scheduled for this year.
I feel that it's a shame that it moved from a week of fun games to a week of drinking, and I wish I could go back to that, and my favorite part of Stayuka would have to be the grease pole and the sticky games.
So I would say my favorite part would have to be Taste of SC, because who doesn't like, eating some food for free and definitely having a good time. But I definitely like watching the Grease Pole Climb too, because it's pretty funny to see everyone falling and having a good time, everyone together and green.
Well, students gathered last Sunday for a great cause, which turned out to be a little bit more than they were expecting. Project Sustainability, a new club here on campus, gathered a group of students to clean up Forest Park. But what students didn't know was that they would be helping maintain the grounds of the zoo in Forest Park. Students were excited once they realized the animals were out and ready for visitors. Bri Hill was there and got more on what Project Sustainability is all about and how you can get involved. Check it out.
The Sustainability Club, it's actually called Project Sustainability, and we're a newly formed club this year, where it's a group of 6 students who really wanted to bring environmental awareness and change to the college campus.
It definitely goes along with our mission for the school, which is Spirit, Mind, and Body, our motto, because we're trying to, form a connection with the environment, because I think that's really, really important.
This is actually our first big event, was coming to Forest Park and kind of working with Forest Park to improve the landscaping here. We have an event coming up next month, or on Earth Day. It's going to kind of be like a Fit Fest kind of thing, where there'll be different stations, and we partnered up with the Sporting Club and the Outing Club to kind of bring environmental awareness and information, mainly to everyone, just to kind of get people thinking about the environment and thinking about our planet.
It's a new club we started this year, so we're trying to kind of get people involved, like things like this, and see people who are passionate about it. And you know, we invite some students who are passionate about it to our executive board meetings, and it's welcome. People are welcome to come, but we're trying to form a foundation before we kind of open it up to everybody.
If you have any interest in becoming a part of Project Sustainability and doing our activities and participating, you could always email us at sustainability@springfieldcollege.edu. You could approach Julia and myself, any of the executive board members. I think we do a pretty good job advertising on Facebook. You could like us on Facebook. Any of the events that we're holding, they're going to be advertised. So as long as you attend and you kind of make an appearance, definitely get involved.
Well, the wacky weather continued this week as we went from near 70 degrees to snow in a span of less than 72 hours. What are we in store for during Easter weekend in Stayuka? Katie Benoit fills us in with this week's weather report.